Welcome to the Love Them Knives channel. LTK here. We're mad. We're bad. And the Natrix XL is here in hand. Yes, yes, and yes. It's a triple yes knife. Yes, it's big. Yes, it's got bearings. Yes, it's not an assisted opening knife. And it's centered. And there's no blade player lock rock. And there's a reason for that. Is because, well, it didn't have any actually when I got it. And it still doesn't after I've taken it apart and put it back together again. And it did come apart. Look at the backspace. You got a little suspended, little G10 looking backspacer there. G10 grippy old scales there. Oh, got some slimies on that still, don't we? Okay, so coated blade. Yes. Hey, how can we do it cheaper? Let's just coat the blade. That way we don't have to put a stonewash finish or satin. I mean, it'd be kind of nice to have an option. You know, an option like when they actually made, oh yeah, this one, coated blade? No. If it would have been, no, I wouldn't have bought it. But this, yes. Now just make it bigger. In any case, hey, you get what you get. But deep carry pocket clip, big knife, big huge knife. Like not 9 inches, but getting there. You ready to have your budget ZT 777 fix? And so there's 3 3/4. Actually, there's 3 7/8. I mean, the way I'm looking at it. And if you want to go to the back of the choil, you got 4 inches. And not quite 8 3. Well, let's just call it 8 3/4. What the hell? And 22 centimeters. 22 centimeters. And you know what? That's 3 3/4 inches of luxury 8CR13 MOV. You're so lucky to have this super steel available these days. Oh my God. I don't know what it is. I know the Natrix is made in China. Okay, I get that. But seriously? Oh, newsflash. I know this might be huge news to the knife world, but China actually has 440, AUS 8, Sandvik, Bowler M390, S35VN, CTS 204P. Do we need to go down the entire list? D2. Yes, even though you're making them in China, believe it or not, there are steel distributors over there. You can get other steels other than 8CR13 MOV. Please, Jesus. You know, oh. Yeah, like D2, right? Like D2. Hello. So, in any case, please. In any case, interesting though. I like this design. I really like this design. I wanted a ZT 777. But in any case, the Natrix, are we playing with words? Yes, we are. But yeah, I mean, I love the design of the knife, obviously. And are the ergos good? Yeah. One thing about this knife, well, crap. Let's just do this. I've been dying to put my calipers on here. I didn't have them in the other room. 0.488. Okay, 12.4. Well, let's do the blade steel while we're doing it. Hell with it. I was going to say something, but I just get in trouble when I do. 3.2 millimeters and 0.1, oh, 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so, yeah, I mean, I guess what I would like is a contoured G10 handle. Would be really nice. And fatter, like 0.55, you know, kind of fill your hand a little bit more. Because this is tall. You know, this is fairly tall. And, well, just, hell, might as well do this. See? 32 millimeter, 1.3. I mean, there's knives that when they're closed, are only like 1.2 inches and stuff, but you take this, you got 1.66. So it's a fairly tall knife this way, you know, compared to a lot of knives. But in any case, I'm reaching. Yeah, Spyderco might be fairly, well, yeah, Spyderco's not that, is it? So, yeah, not as fat, not as tall. You know, you're getting out there. What was it, 166 in any case? So yeah, bigger, taller, and this is fairly tall right here. You know, as far as that's concerned. Get the bench made, probably even less. Yeah, 1.46. If I've been saying 0.1, whatever. But in any case, yeah. I personally, in my hand, this is tall and feels thin. Feels thin. Now, on the flip side, feeling thin is not anything I'm used to feeling. If you saw me in the mirror. But yes, this is slender, so maybe, yeah, on that case, it's like the Para 2. It slides right in the pocket, pretty much disappears. Deep carry pocket clip, right and left hand available. So yeah, it's convenient like that. It is. All right. Obviously, I mean, I don't even want to talk about the design. The design is world class. The design is great. Moving my little, you like it? I think it's cool. Any case, thumb ramp, jimping. Yeah, little choil here for sharpening. Nice. Not a problem there. Is it sharp out of the box? Well, let's see. 3 cuts and it'll need sharpening, right? 8CR. Whoa. Beating it down, beating it down. Not really a big fan of 8CR13. Not for 50 bucks. Not for 50 bucks. For 50 bucks, I can get myself a Best Tech with D2. I can get Tuya knife with D2. I can get all kinds of cool knives with D2 steel for 50 bucks. So yeah, seems a little pricey for that. You know, it's kind of one of those things where you just feel thankful that they finally did something with the Natrix other than make a cheap little assisted opening, small little kind of flimsy feeling knife. This is more substantial. This is bigger. This is not assisted opening. Thank God. So yeah. And yes, you can complain about the coating on the blade, but I guess with that kind of green, it's kind of cool. You know, I just don't like coated blades because when they come in contact with metal, sometimes they really scratch up and it kind of looks trashy after a while, but oh well. Oh, let's throw the scales down. See what we got. 122 grams. Well, it's fairly light. And 4.3 ounces, which is fairly light for a knife that's almost 9 inches long. Oh, by the way, like I said, I took it apart. So the bearings are nothing, you know, fancy or anything. Not exactly ceramic. And you know, I don't care. I mean, don't get me on that ceramic thing because, yeah, I mean, it's cool and I guess it's a, you know, like an extra little sales catch or something to do ceramic bearings, but I'm not sure that ceramic is, in my mind, as far as I'm concerned, really worth anything more. But, you know, a lot of people do, so it clicks with them. In any case, but, I mean, you know, I like multi-row. So these kind of seem cheapy to me, but there's a lot of things on this knife that kind of seems cheapy to me. But, you know, you got steel washers in here, you got the bearings, you got the blade, nothing all that incredible. I think I had to take the pocket clip off from the back side because when I was doing this one wasn't coming apart. So I went in here and I had to loosen these to get to this one, and this one unscrewed. So sometimes with these knives, you know, you'll end up with something that won't unscrew right, or it's whatever. It might even be stripped. This one's not, but I can't remember what the deal was. I had to come onto this side because I was going to take it all apart this way, because there's where your Torx fits. Obviously, there's nothing on the back side here. At least they have this in here, so this is not going to turn on you when you go to unscrew it. So there's your lockup. A little hard to see, but that may be 70 or 80% if it's a dime's worth. So that's a bunch. That's a bunch. No blade player, lock rock, anything like that. Like I said earlier, of course, I took it apart, put it back together, and, you know, this is not exactly drop shut. I guess I could loosen the pivot a little bit, maybe give it a little bit more, but it doesn't really matter to me. That's not that big a deal. Comes in this box, you know, and here's your information, the XL, but hey, at least it's big, okay? And I don't know if you care about the paperwork. I certainly don't, but I'll pull it out anyhow, just in case you guys were interested. Get out of here. This kind of stuff. So, and, you know, one thing after another, right? That kind of thing. And the backside, just for your reading pleasure. Yeah, so in any case, now I never do anything with the paperwork other than leave it in the box. But I was really anxious to get my hands on the knife. Not as impressed as I thought I might be. Jimping on the flipper tab. There's your blade stop, and that's right into the G10. So, you know, you don't have any metal securing that. Just an FYI. Now, G10's pretty rugged stuff, but yeah, it's always nice when they do that little subliner, at least on a lot of knives, where this goes through metal and this does not. So it is what it is. Big knife though. Now, this little pin is going into metal because it's copper. So there you go. And not an assisted opening on this either. Very snappy though. Really like the copper Natrix. Waiting to see if a large of an XL copper coming this way. And I think a little bird may have said that there's a possibility of that happening. So I'll keep you posted on that. But for right now, Natrix XL, please make me a D2 blade I can stick in here. And you can make it black because everything else is black here. But it would be nice if I had a little bit nicer steel. For God's sake, at least 14C28N, anything. Yeah, I'd like to see one of these actually without the coated, without the black, and just leave all the, you know, hardware silver, just like that, and the blade. Man, I'd be really happy. Sandvik 12C27, that's my final offer. Anything, you know. But, yeah, I got mine, like I said, on White Mountain. So, I mean, LTK discount code is good for 10% off. So you can get 10% off. Grab it, put it in the cart, take her home. Here's the stats as you can scroll through. Scrolling. We're still scrolling. And, yeah, because we didn't get them all on the first page, though. Frame/liner lock, 4.1 ounce, whatever. But yeah, I do. I'm pretty happy having it in an extra large size. I like that. Yeah, it's slender. Yeah, I'd like it a little bit more robust for my hands. But you know, you've got this ramp. The jimping's not all that significant, but you got a little choil for sharpening. You got jimping on your flipper tab. You know, it functions. It's, you know, it's not an expensive knife, so what do you expect? Yeah, I'm okay with it. I guess I'm okay with it. I'm going to have to take a little bit more getting used to on it. But yeah, I'm warming up more on it than I was when I first pulled it out of the box. So maybe, and maybe there'll be another XL coming out that'll be upgraded. Then we're talking. Then we're talking. Okay, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much. Hey, Love Them Knives channel. You know what we do here? Well, we love them knives. So you guys stay sharp.